Daniel Maddox here, President of Elite Documentation. The plain language principle I'll be reviewing today is design for reading, or in other words, design for use. Design your content so that it's easy for people to use it. Most people aren't reviewing your technical content, content that pertains to getting work done for pleasure, unless they're weirdos. And this guideline is really closely related to the Organize Your Information guideline. It really emphasizes taking your user's perspective into account, trying to think about things from your user's perspective, understand their use cases. So what does that look like? Well, we need to visually emphasize key content. And how do we do that? By, for example, making things bigger. That pertains to headers and key visuals. And we need those key visuals. We all know what it's like to have a wall of text fall on us. And it's kind of painful. It's not very pleasant. We need these visuals to make clear to us the meaning of the facts. Certainly one of the best ways to do this, to emphasize that key content, is through the use of tables. For example, an if-then table can be critical in communicating the needed content as it pertains to making decisions about various situations based on various desires or circumstances. If you are under 18, then do this. If you are over 18, then do that. And can you imagine trying to sort through the comparative advantages of, say, competing software packages without a table to show the different features and how they compare? Very, very important, but really comparison tables, for example, have been critical since long before the modern era. And you've heard about the Rosetta Stone, which Napoleon discovered in 1799 on his expedition to Egypt. And this stone had parallel text for the ancient Greek and for Egyptian hieroglyphs. And it provided the key to deciphering those hieroglyphs. They had been a mystery for centuries, but now we could understand them due to a good comparison table. And maybe an 18th century Frenchman was not the intended audience of the makers of the Rosetta Stone, but because they used a visual method that worked, their content became accessible across nationalities and even across centuries. And that's pretty amazing. So if I visually emphasize the content I needed to in this presentation, do you have any ideas about how I could do that better? If you have any thoughts, or if you'd just like to continue the conversation, email me or visit our website.